T minus 30 seconds. T minus 20 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Hello everybody and welcome to this week's episode of Your Manchester with me, Miss Belinda Scandal.
Yes,
and who are you?
I'm Brandon McCaffrey. Lovely to meet
Brandon
you, dear.
McCaffrey. How are you?
That's very good, very good, very good.
You won't think you're good at accents, aren't you? Flower?
I know, I do try.
Who's that?
Where's Mickey?
Oh, I thought it was Goofy. Right, we've got a lovely show lined up for you today, everybody. We have been inundated, literally inundated with people waiting to see our wonderful interview with Julie Goodyear, everybody.
Yes.
That's exciting. Also, this week I have been out and about everywhere.
You have been. You've been to the shops. You've been to the gym. Oh, it was a nice try.
And I've also seen this installation that's arrived in Piccadilly Gardens,
Oh,
everybody.
yes.
Look at this.
Look at it.
Apparently, it's books.
Is that what it is? It's books?
It's made of books, apparently, all sort of positioned nicely on scaffolding that you can walk through. Mm-hmm. It's very, very lovely, and it's in aid of the Manchester International Festival.
Yes.
And it's Big Ben.
It is Big Ben.
Big Ben in Manchester, where, in my opinion, it should have been in the first place.
To be fair, we should be the capital, but that's just us saying it.
I'm sure at one point Manchester will be.
I'm sure it will be.
And was.
Once we cut off the south and become a country of our own.
Right, so anyway, we've got a lovely show lined up for you. Now, as I did say, we have been inundated with people wanting to see and re-meet a lovely lady known as Julie Goodyear. And now the man that went to interview is here with us right now. Mr. Mark Llewellin, welcome.
Thank you very much. Good evening.
You're wearing leopard print.
I certainly am.
This is an homage to this lovely lady.
Oh, it is. It is.
Yes. So you went to spoke to her a few weeks ago, and first of all, for those people that don't know who Julie Goodyear is, who is she?
Really?
I
There
know.
are people that know. Julie Goodyear is the legend of Coronation Street, the grande dame of the cobbles.
Yes.
And of course she was the famous barmaid, but she became the landlady of the Rovers Return. And saw many huge stories from the Rovers burning down, surviving that.
She's sick.
Yeah, well, and Sir Laurence Olivier taught her how to do that, you know.
Was it real sick?
Yes.
Crikey.
Yeah.
Crikey, I mean, you learn all sorts these
mean,
days.
yeah.
don't you?
You do.
Right?
You've got to do what you've got to do for the job, I suppose.
You've got to do what you've got to do for the job, yeah, we man. Right.
My accent's got strong, isn't
I
it,
feel like
apparently?
we're talking about Julie Goodyear whilst I'm speaking to Jim McDonald. To be completely honest with you.
Yes, off to the big house.
Whilst looking at Pat Phoenix, everybody.
That's
I was going to go Rita, but all right.
Just longer hair today.
no,
Oh,
more
yeah,
Pat
that's
Phoenix,
fine.
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
yes,
absolutely.
Pat Phoenix. So I suppose we should look at this then, because people want to see it.
They do, and yeah, it's exclusive to us.
Why don't you introduce it? Go on.
So here she is, and she invited us into her home to record the interview. So we have a wander around. It is the most brilliant, the Dame Julie Goodyear. So before you went into acting, you did a few things, didn't you? You were a model. You did hand modelling.
Just hands and feet,
Yeah.
because my hands are very small
Yeah.
and I'm only size 4 feet. So I was actually earning more money than the very tall models.
And you also did quite a bit of singing, didn't you? I know you were in sort of talent competitions, and then you appeared at local clubs.
I think it was at the Carlton. I think I was singing Blue Moon and somebody threw a meat pie at me. So I picked it up and ate it because I was hungry.
Didn't go to waste.
No, I don't like anything going to waste. Ever.
So we're in your office now, surrounded by
Hey,
dozens
Annie
of
Walker.
pictures.
One day, she said to me, after this scene, you come straight to my dressing room. I said, OK, thank you, Miss Speed. I went and phoned my mother up, told her. She said, what have you done now? I said, I don't know. I don't think I've done anything. Ring me back and let me know, my mother said. Went there, went, come in. I was shaking like that. I went in. Sit down. I said, what is it, Miss Beast? I've decided you may call me Doris. Now get out. I phoned my mum back and I told her what had happened, and she said, I don't think you should. Don't. But she insisted I did.
Above Doris is a picture of you and Tony Warren. And Tony was a close friend, wasn't he?
Very close. Yeah. He was a wonderful gay man.
You used to fly a plane.
I did fly a plane, Manchester.
Manchester, they used to let you go up on the cockpit and take over, didn't they, on the commercial flights?
Oh yeah, for landing. Yes, they did. I couldn't do it now. It's all gone those days. But happy memories are wonderful to keep. They really are.
But I think there's a story, isn't there, when you were in the show in early days, you were going into Manchester, waiting at the bus stop, and a friend of your dad's, of Bill's, was passing in a cement mixer and offered you a lift into Granada. You parked outside the studios in the cement mixer, and Pat Phoenix pulled up in a Rolls Royce. Do you remember?
I do, yes.
And she gave you a warning. Which was never upstage me ever again.
Ever again. She did, yes. Yeah.
And do you think you learnt a lot from Pat? Because she was kind of Manchester Hollywood, wasn't she?
Yes, I did learn from plenty of people there. Yep, it did me good. Yeah.
And I think you took every opportunity to watch other people working, didn't you? Like Pat and like the three old ladies.
Oh, yes.
So looking around the office then, we've got pictures of you at the Palace. We've got you on a camel. I don't know why. You also had to ride an elephant in India, I believe, for a television programme. How did that go?
Well, it wasn't easy. I had to climb up its tail, and it shit on me.
So you've got pictures from the show, you've got pictures from other things that you did. I mean, you appeared in so many papers, on so many magazine covers over the years, didn't you? I mean, so wherever you go, you can't hide.
No, but when I went shopping, I never got my shopping. I had to just sign autographs. So I didn't get anything.
Well, that's what I mean. Everywhere you've gone, for your entire life, everybody's known who you are and wanted to talk to you, haven't they?
They just wanted autographs. You know, so I went home with no shopping.
So you've had a lot of gay men in your life?
Not a lot. Not as many as I would have liked.
Well, you've always found the gay community have been your loyalist supporters, haven't they?
Oh, fantastic. The gay community, yeah.
And join us next week for part 2 of this fabulous interview with the legend that is Dame Julie Goodyear.
Well, she's rather candid in what she has to say, isn't she?
She's honest. You can give her that. She is honest.
She is indeed. Yeah.
Particularly when it comes to elephants.
I don't know who came off worse there.
I mean,
There you go. And she's keeping a fantastic life, isn't she? She is.
Well, she is. She's had an amazing life, and I guess she is. You know, she's one of those people. She's been hugely famous, as we said in the interview.
Yeah.
And you know, she was well, probably still is the most famous landlady since Annie Walker of the Rovers. She's instantly recognisable, and she just has all these stories, and kind of those days have gone in a way. You know, she's after the big stars.
And she's not changed.
No, she hasn't.
no, and you can definitely tell that from the interview. She's still got that air that she's always had.
We must just tell the story of us arriving at Goodyear Towers.
Goodyear Towers.
Yes.
Because it's obviously I'm a big fan of Julie Goodyear.
Yes.
So this was like one of my highlight interviews of probably since we've been doing Your Manchester. But she's got a gate very much like Graceland.
Oh.
Yes,
Yeah.
It's absolutely beautiful. Now, me not being camp at all,
No, never.
it's all gravelled, this driveway. It's beautiful, it's lovely.
Lovely.
I thought, as I said to him, I'll go one step further.
Please tell me you didn't walk up in the heels.
No, I
No.
put the Coronation Street theme tune on.
Oh, of
Yes.
course you
as
did.
these gates.
As the gates opened, and then I had to chauffeur Belinda up the drive, see, with the theme tune playing.
Yes, it was only to be met.
By Dame Julie.
And did she look at you and go, no, love?
She knows she was just adorable.
She actually, I'm glad.
She's had so much strange press about, you know, she's this, she's that, she's this. I have to take people as I see them, and she was absolutely adorable and lovely.
She's just
she's
so
one of them people, though, that's had a lot of press about her through her life that she's one of those celebrities, especially, you know, nowadays, like, say, like Harry and Meghan, where people, like, make up all these stories, and they're like,
Yes,
that,
yes.
there, and they
Yeah.
force an opinion of them.
Yeah.
And she's had so many opinions forced of her. It's nice that we've got this sort of interview to show people what she's really like.
And she is a legend.
She
and that's
is a
how
legend.
when you meet her, you feel that, don't you?
And I couldn't believe, because it didn't seem right to me, that she isn't already a dame.
She should be a dame. She's got the MBE, but I say, take it up a notch.
Get the dame.
Take it up a notch.
Make her Dame Julie.
I mean, she's done so much storylines, so much acting, so much for charity as well.
She's done so much, and I think a lot of people don't. The problem is people don't know a lot of the work that she's done for charity, because she's done an awful lot over the years. And of course, a lot of people do it and get the publicity or seek the publicity.
Yeah.
She hasn't done that.
No.
And I think you felt. I mean, I see her regularly because she's a good friend. But
Yeah.
I think you were slightly nervous about meeting her. But she does have. But we sat down. We had tea out of leopard print mugs and teapot,
Yes.
didn't we? And
she gave me a leopard print salt and pepper shaker.
Oh, did you get to keep it?
Yes.
yes,
Oh.
she did.
I
She
did.
did. Yeah.
She said, "Here, have it."
See, next time around yours, it's going to be
lovely.
leopard print everywhere.
Well, it was.
Yeah.
And you had the Bet Lynch mug.
Yes, absolutely. So.
So, when are we bringing back that?
Well, soon. I hope soon.
Yeah.
We're going to try and get that hashtag moving, aren't we?
Hashtag bring back Beth.
we certainly are.
In the meantime, Mark Llewellin. Next week, we've got another interview with
Yeah, we've got the second part of the interview. Yes, a bit of racy anecdotage.
I love it. Exactly what you
Love a
want.
bit of racing.
We've got some more interviews coming up as well. But in the meantime, there is a venue that was, and then is better. And that venue took me on a lovely journey to a beautiful place called 532. So, here we are. Hello.
Hello.
Well, this is a new venue, isn't it?
It
is a new
indeed.
venue.
Perhaps just introduce yourself. Hello.
Firstly, this is the most important part of the team.
This is Albie.
Albion, who is here to meet and greet everybody who comes to 532.
This is the bar that's now complete. This is phase one. So this is us, little alcoves to our right.
Check out the lovely little snugs we've got.
Look at this. Over
Look at that. You can come in here, you can play your board games, plug your USB chargers into the lights, do some work, have a bit of a meeting, have a bit of fun.
So, what hours are you open now then?
We're open from 11 every morning, and then on a Thursday we're open till Sunday till Wednesday open till 11, Thursday open till 12, and Friday, Saturday we're open till 1 a.m.
Party night.
Quite busy then, isn't it?
Yeah.
And how long have you been here for now then?
Just over a month.
Just over
Yeah, just over a month we've been open.
And how's it all going?
Good.
Because
Yeah.
you've not completed everything yet, have you? Because you've got a theatre.
We have, that's phase two, so
Yeah.
that's the next arch along, but we have got a studio space open within phase two for now, which is our temporary creative space.
And what have you got going on there?
All sorts. So we're booking in at the moment, rehearsals, R&Ds, play readings that we've just got on this afternoon actually that's just about to finish. So that's booking out quite quickly already, which is great because we're known for our creative stuff as well as a bar. So it's nice to have that on offer.
Yeah, we wanted to make sure we didn't just run a pub,
Yes.
Yeah.
because that's a bit of a weird sidestep from running.
It's been done.
We wanted to sort of keep, if you were in the old 532, you will have noticed that it was sort of shabby chic, a little bit quirky, very good, yeah. So we wanted to keep that and bring it to the new venue, but sort of pimp it up a bit.
Yeah.
So we brought some of the old stuff with us. We've kept obviously the exposed brickwork, and we think we've sort of kept the vibe. You decide. Come and have a look.
Yeah.
Indeed, right. And we've got to talk about these things on the floor.
Yeah, well, this is where we are now, is the heart of the cotton trades back in the day. So we had the wonderful Liam Hopkins from Lazarian Studio commission an installation that we have here. And these are shuttle boats and narrow boats. That you
Shuttle boats?
Is the no?
Flying shuttles.
That's it. Yeah, that one. And narrow boats that we put in the floor. And people can purchase them and engrave what they want on them, and they are with us forever.
So when it came to developing and thinking about this new place, what was your thoughts behind it?
I'm not sure we really had any other than get it open. We knew we wanted to keep the vibe of the old place, like we said. We knew we wanted to create a community hub. We knew we wanted a creative space, but also a space that people could come and work, come and have fun, come and relax, come and have a party. A little bit of everything. I think or maybe it's just my slogan, but a pie and a pint and a bit of theatre is...
Ideal.
well, yeah, dreamy, isn't it, really?
And pies aren't as noisy as crisps.
True fact, and especially if they don't come in plastic bags.
Exactly. Fabulous. So you've got it all here.
I guess as well, the main thing that we were bringing back from the old venue as well was the importance of accessibility.
Yes.
So opening here, that was like the forefront of the plans, that everything would be wheelchair accessible, wide enough, low enough, So we've kept that really importantly.
Well, you have, because even the masks that you were wearing or have to wear or don't have to wear, who knows? Even they were see-through, weren't they? What was the reason behind that?
For the BSL community, so they could see our mouths when we talk, just for lip reading purposes.
Yeah, all our staff here have been on 8 hours of BSL training. Wow. So we can take orders and serve drinks via BSL, and of course we've got the capacity to lip read. And just going on what Alex said about accessibility, we've got tactile keypads, we've got a lowered bar section for wheelchair users, disabled toilets, everything's ramped, everything's on one level, so it's...
Everything is on one level, so anybody can come here.
Absolutely.
Well, that's the whole point, that it's not just a special area, it's just anybody and everybody, mate.
Excellent. And once again, where is the address of this place?
We're on Watson Street, technically Arch 19 Watson Street, but no one knows where that is. So if you come to the corner of Watson Street and Great Bridgewater Street, you'll find us, nice glass front, and we'd love to see you.
Amazing. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you. There you go.
Well
So,
done.
that was the lovely 53.
It was. It looks amazing compared to what it
Do you
did
know
before.
what? It looks so small from the outside.
And
yet
bigger on the
soon-
inside.
And bigger on the inside.
So it's a TARDIS.
It's
Well, they did say that, to be fair, but...
It is a TARDIS.
I get a Doctor Who reference in every week. I always manage
Yes. Yes.
What can I say?
You look a bit
Skills.
like, I was going to say Stavros, but that's not the right word.
Stavros Flatley.
Davros. Yes,
Got
lovely.
the chair.
You look like Davros. Yes, you do. It's quite sensational.
Thanks.
It really, really
I preferred
is.
it when you called me Deck. Next up, we've got our fabulous Hilly
Hold on a
Cartwright.
cracking picking minute. That was Deck, everybody.
Yeah,
Deck. Yeah.
Yeah, from Ant and Deck.
Pronunciate your E's, Flower. That sounded something totally different. In the meantime, everybody, we are now going to see exactly what's on
We're
the
going to
box.
see the fabulous Hilly Cartwright and what's on the box.
Hi, I'm Hayley and welcome to this week's On The Box. How's everyone doing? Now, the first thing I'd love to recommend is a comedy drama, a film called Fatherhood, which is showing on Netflix. It is about a single dad and it's a very, very easy watch. The next thing is there are series 4 and 5 of Endeavour on ITV Hub. And on my list, I have Grace. That is about a hard-working police officer who's given his life to the job. Over on iPlayer, you can watch the first few episodes of Time, starring Sean Bean and Stephen Graham. This is about a prisoner who is consumed with guilt and an officer with an impossible choice. And finally, what if the life that you wanted actually belonged to someone else? This is what The Secret She Keeps on iPlayer is exactly about, and that is definitely on my list. That's it from me. I shall catch you next time, and remember, stronger together. Bye.
Oh, it's good. wasn't it? Have you
to
seen
watch
that time?
there.
It's on BBC iPlayer. It's fantastic.
Is it good?
Yeah, it is. It's a really, really good show. Very good show.
I've started watching Footballers' Wives again.
Not football, just Footballers' Wives.
Well, this was it. The football was inspiring me, you know, because
Yeah.
of course. Oh, and by the way, everybody, how we doing? How we doing out there?
I've no idea how it's
Do
going on.
we know what the results are at the
Yeah,
moment?
if anyone could put in the comments, that'd be great.
We'd love to know, because we're stuck in a studio with very little Wi-Fi, everybody. In the meantime, let's have a quick look at some of the comments as well.
Hello, Simon Higginson.
Simon Higginson, hey Belinda and Brandon, can you give me a shout out? That's your shout out done. There we are, marvellous. And also, I can't see them so far away.
This is Michael Adams.
Very appropriate time, Mark.
Appropriate time.
yes.
Look at you go.
Yes, I do make an effort.
Well, you do,
Oh, well, you do,
Flower,
you do.
and you look marvellous for it, indeed. I still want to know what the next exclusive is going to be. Anyway,
Keep thinking.
it's good, it's exciting. Loads of them coming in, but we've got to move on now because last week before, I think, there was a bit of vandalism.
There was, not very well spelt vandalism, but vandalism nonetheless.
No, it's fair to say it definitely wasn't well spelt. This was, of course, in the village, and 2 murals were vandalised. And tonight, Davina de Campo has been at GAY in the village, and we wanted to find out how that night went and what she'd been up to. She'd been doing a meet and greet, she'd been speaking to a few people,
yes,
and of course trying to raise money for the Proud Trust. And I spoke to her, and this is what she had to say.
It's gone really, really well. Really, really happy. We just wanted something nice and informal. You know, people can turn up, have a nice time, and it's just more of a show of solidarity against homophobia, transphobia, all of that stuff. I found out about the mural being defaced straight after we'd been jumping off the Hyatt building, abseiling down it, which you really enjoyed, didn't you, Belinda? You loved it. So we'd been raising money for Manchester's Royal Children's Hospital, and I saw on Twitter somebody had said, oh, it's been tagged or, you know, whatever, but they hadn't put a picture. So I didn't know the extent to what had happened, but like, I wasn't really that bothered. For me, it's more about what it says to the community. And then also it was the fact that the other mural was defaced, and it's Alan Turing's birthday. They've defaced Alan Turing on his birthday. Like, this guy who cracked the Enigma code, saved millions of people's lives, and reduced the length of the war by, you know, years. Today's the day that's his birthday, and you decide you're going to write what you wrote across it. The village is an amazing community, but we kind of run as a group of individuals, if that makes sense. So there'll be some discussions, and I imagine that there will be some more events to raise a bit more money, so that we can get some more stuff up in the village. I mean, there's some previous inhabitants of the village who are missing off the walls, and I personally would really like to see her up there. I'm talking about Nana. And then as well, you know, we have these amazing events that happen. Like, we have the largest trans pride event in the whole world that happens in Manchester with Sparkle. So I think something, you know, commemorating that, or, you know, paying homage to it, I think would be really really nice as well. There is CCTV footage, and from the people who, you know, run the venues that can look at it, because obviously CCTV, you're not allowed to look at it unless either police or the people who've got the CCTV. They've said that the person is wearing quite distinctive clothing, so it should, I think, be possible for them to be tracked. The thing for me is, you know, a lot of the time people who act out like this, they're going through their own struggle with this stuff anyway. You know, you don't know what's going on. Either they're just a crazy psycho, which, you know, they need help for that as well, or, you know, to me it's somebody who's in a homophobic environment and they need some help.
And they needed to learn how to spell.
Yeah, I mean, there is a definite failure in the education system. Their spelling was definitely not up to par, and they would not have got 10 out of 10 on that particular spelling test. You know what? The outcome, actually, that I was hoping for has already happened. You know, people really stepped up and have supported, and, you know, the mural got fixed within a couple of days. The council were great about it. Local councillors were tweeting about it and saying, you know, we're going to work with the council to make sure that we can get this done. Like I said, Carl had been fantastic and really coordinated that effort. And, you know, so the hope is that this person who's done this will face some justice. For me, you know, restorative justice in this instance would make most sense. You know, that they talk to the people who've been affected by it. That would make most sense to me.
Oh, we're on! I love when that happens. We were hi. There we are. So lovely information there.
We weren't. No, it was absolutely fantastic. It's so great what they've done with the village. It's so great that they fixed it, especially so quickly, because it was done in about a day.
You're getting more and more professional as the weeks go on.
Thank you very much.
I'm rather impressed. That's very good, that. Where were we? Oh, yes. So the scores currently are 0-0. We're now going to look at Mojo with Joe for the letter O.
Tongue twister and a half. Say that after a few pints.
It's Jo Britton, your personal performance coach here, helping you to find your mojo and keep it. And in today's Minute of Mojo, we're going to be looking at the first O in Mojo, overcoming obstacles and setbacks. And let's face it, life throws all these challenges at us every single day, doesn't it? So the really simple things that you can do to help put yourself in the position to bounce back more quickly in the face of a setback is to plan and prepare for the things that might come up and get in your way. And there are two types of obstacles that might get in your way. And the first type are all the external factors that might come up. So if this problem were to come up, this is what I will do, is the first tip that I give you. And in terms of the stuff that goes on in here, this is the second kind of obstacle, the obstacle that may come up when we experience a challenge or a setback, where we feel stressed or anxious or frustrated or angry. We can plan and prepare for that too. And this is about how we're going to choose to regulate our emotions and take the first step forward. And for me, the way I do this is to calm those circuits in the brain by initially just taking 6 to 8 deep, calm breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth, as if I am breathing through a straw. And that puts my Einstein brain into productive problem-solving action. Then I ask myself some simple questions, and they go something like this. What opportunity does this situation give me right now? How can I use this situation to learn and move forward? What options do I have? What one thing could I do? And who can help me now? So I hope that has helped you in today's Minute of Mojo. For more motivation, daily tools and techniques to help you get your mojo back and find your motivation and energy and enthusiasm, you can come and follow me over on Instagram. I'm at jobritton.mojo. See you next time for a Minute of Mojo. We'll be looking at how you can move from a state of feeling really negative into positivity. Look forward to seeing you then.
Well, thank you very much, Joe. I feel like I'm very relaxed after that and chill. So much so that I'm ready to get a bit energetic and a bit excited because we are doing a live show. That's right, on the 20th of July, which is only 2 weeks away, we're doing a live show at Hope Fest at the Hope Mill Theatre, featuring such people as Davina De Campo, who you saw tonight, Denise Welch, Mark Bittlestone, Sue Devaney, Passmore, Ali Wallace, Mark Llewellin, who also was on the show tonight, and Carl Austin Behan, and including all of our presenters. We've got a hell of a show for you, and there might even be some singing and dancing, so you know you're gonna love it. So don't forget, go online now, check it out, book a ticket, and we'll see you then. All on the Hope Mill Theatre website.
How amazing were you then? High five!
You didn't expect, she was like, he's not gonna do this.
Hey, go Trevor McDonald, I love it, well done. Right then, well, I suppose we couldn't end tonight's show without, of course, looking at what the weather's going to be. The weather's going to be nice.
I believe so, yeah.
It's going to be lovely. I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be quite sensational. We are awaiting a heat wave. I think.
Are you sure? I think we've had a heat wave.
I think we're due another one.
No, it's coming.
And another one. Do you know whenever they said every year when you were a kid, this is going to be the Indian summer that we're getting? I actually think this year we are getting it. Like, it feels every time you walk into Manchester, it's so warm.
Yes, it's true. Well, we've had the variant, we may as well have the summer. Let's find out more by speaking to Mr. Paul Rudd.
Hello, my lovely weather watchers, and welcome to this week's weather forecast with me, Paul Rudd. And I've got my leopard print jumper on this week, all for Julie Goodyear, who's a guest on our show, and I'm a huge Coronation Street fan. Okay, let's take a look at this week's weather. It's looking a bit mixed weather-wise. Here come the details. Thursday is looking sunny and cloudy with the temperatures of 20 degrees Celsius. Friday is looking cloudy with the temperatures of 21 degrees Celsius. And as we head into the weekend right now, Saturday is looking sunny, cloudy with rain with the temperatures of 21 degrees Celsius, and Sunday is sunny, cloudy with rain with the temperatures of 21 degrees Celsius. That's it from me. Do join me again next week. And now it's time to hand over back to the studio for this week's fabulous episode of Your Manchester.
So there we go. It's going to be all right.
I know, right?
It's going to be all right.
Gonna get my shorts on.
Your shorts or just your shorts?
For you, hon, anything.
I'll get my string vest out and everything. Handkerchief for the head.
Handkerchief for that. Which colour?
Handkerchief, what, white?
White.
Yeah, I don't believe in handkerchiefs of any. It'll be knotted.
Not. Oh,
like a square.
Just giving the signal.
Yeah, like a square. I'm giving you the signal.
Did you not know back in the day of like handkerchiefs and no?
No, that was a different thing and that was in back pockets. Right, anyway. Another fantastic show next week lined up for you. Who have we got on play?
We've got Emma Dears, who's here to talk to you about the fabulous show Judy and Liza.
Yes, indeed. We're also speaking to the fantastic musician and songwriter, Mr. Paul Pusher. And, of course, Mark, you're back with us, are you?
I am.
Indeed. We've got the second part of the Julie Goodyear interview. And I believe she's going to get a little bit more risque.
She is. Well worth watching.
We will watch it. We'll look out for it. In the meantime, thanks very much to each and every one of you for watching. Once again, to remind you all, book your tickets right now for the 20th of July and come watch us live, unrehearsed, unscripted, but yet just as fabulous. Where? Well, I'll tell you where. At Homefest. Only for our lovely show, simply known as
Your Manchester!